Stop focusing on your weaknesses and focus on your strengths. Stop living your life and letting your life be determined by the couple of things that are not just like what everybody else is like. What you think when you think, well, everybody's got this, everybody's got that, and all these people I know are like this, and all these people got this, but me, I'm this, and I'm that, and I don't have this, and I can't do that, and I'm not able to do this, and I don't look this way, I don't look that way, I'm not this tall, I'm too fat, I'm too short, I don't have the drive, my family, I grew up like this, my life is different than your life. Stop focusing on those things. You got the same amount of hours in a day, you got the same amount of days in a week, you got even folks like me who have a different limb. One of my legs is totally different than the other leg. If all I wanted to do was focus on that leg and say, well, this is totally different, this joker's weak, this thing's unable, it's deformed, malformed, misformed, it's not like the other, it's not mirror image of my other leg, therefore I don't look like everybody else looks. Poor, pitiful me, I'm gonna sit at the house. I could do that and people would legitimize it and say, poor fella. You know, how many people we know that did do that? And they say, oh, poor fella, he didn't have a chance. No, you got a chance. You got a chance. You got a chance to look at that little thing and let the opposite thing, the different thing, control your life and mesmerize you and take you out of the game. Or you got a chance to say, you know what, like I do, I just wrap the joker up and go on. If it hurts, it hurts. I still got a thing to do. I still want to make money. I still want to work out. I still want to live my life. I want to be there for my family. I want to be somebody. I want to be known. I don't want to be a drag on everybody. I want to lift folks up. I want them to like me. I want to be seen. I want people to remember me, not for just limping around and being weak. Now, I turn my limp into a dap and let that joker ride. When I was in 7th grade, they said, ooh, look at that boy. He dapping. I said, what the heck is that? What you talking about? They said, you dapping, he dapping. I was like 7th grade in the 90s. I'm like, what the heck is that? But they said, the way you walk. I said, oh, yeah. And without flinching, I remember this in 7th grade. I can remember the girl that said, she said, and I said, oh, yeah, I was born dapping, baby. I just threw it, bam, it's born dapping because I limp. So I don't let my limp be something that holds me down and puts me under. I let my limp be my dap, and I just still turn around and said, I'm born dapping, okay? So whatever you're born with, something that you may not have the ability to completely change. My leg's weak, my leg broke in freaking half when I was 39 years old because it just is it's a totally different thing. My femur broke. Well, you know what? I cried. Yeah, I went to surgery. Yeah, I couldn't walk for a few months, but they stuck a rod in there. And I said, you know what? I can't really walk good. So I got some crutches. I said, but I can still push and I can still pull. And I drove my little crippled tail to my cousin's gym and it's his home gym. And I limped my butt in there to the bench and I laid down on the bench and I began to press and I began to press. And I limped my crippled butt over there to the cable and I start to row and I start to row. And I rigged up another way where I could stick a bar under a bench, lay on the bench and pull and pull and pull. And I proceeded to sit around and eat right and eat big, and I proceeded to take my little 5'7" tail to 212 pound, 405 bench pressing daggum craziness with over 19-inch arms. And you know what? I was limping in and limping out. But I tell you what, one day I was doing dips in a gym, and I'd chain the chain around me, and I'd stick 245s on there. And I'd get to the pull-up bar, and I'd grab it, and I'd pull up, and I'd do sets, and I'd do 70-plus reps with body weight and weight it up. And then I wanted to do it on dips, and I tried to limp up to the dang dip thing. One day a guy come over there to help me because I couldn't get to the dang thing. But once I got the 245s and got my hands in there and got where I could start pressing and letting that right there work, once I got in the air, the weak leg don't matter. Once I get it in my arms. So what's your weak point? I do care, but I don't care, because do not stay focused on that weak point. Get focused on what you can do. If your mind is motivated, if your mind is able, then let it motivate the rest of you. If something is crippled and you ain't got no control over it, and there may not be another way to make it work besides the hand of God and a miracle, well, keep reaching for the miracle, but until the miracle comes, do what you can do, and do not stay fixated on the small thing, which it could be a large thing. But if you have other abilities, let it be the small thing. Do not stay fixated on that little bitty thing. If I want to get preachy on you, I will. You can take 2 dimes. This is a great example. They little, if you hold them way out here, it ain't going to block any view. You can see all around it. Bring that dime closer and closer to your eye, and it will cover your pupil. If you take 2 of them there, that's the only thing you will see is 2 little, just minuscule pieces of iron or material or whatever they use nowadays. Used to be silver. And put those right there, and that's all you'll see if that's what you want to focus on. But if you'll just throw those jokers down, get everything out of your way, stop fixating on the one little part of you that ain't like you think everybody else is like it needs to be. Do not let that break you. Do not let that hold you back. Fix your sights on your abilities and become great at one thing or another. My legs ain't great. My legs is different and they're weak, but my arms are something else. They're something to behold. And I've always been the guy with the arms because I have to use my arms more because my legs had always been a weakness. So I just focus on that. Go into the upper body. That's why I can't get on the bodybuilding stage and turn up and compete with full body guys because my body's different. But I can walk down the street in a daggum tank top with my veins popping on the top and on the bottom, and I can mess with everybody's mind, and I can get on an arm wrestling table and give them a good dang fight and a good dang show. I may not win them all, but it's fun, and it's something I can compete at. Maybe you ain't got the big arms. Maybe you got a different deal in your arm, but your legs are fast, and you can run forever, and you got wind for days. Then take off and run. Do what you can, but do not stay fixated on a little bitty problem or some minuscule thing that's different in your body or in your life or some circumstance. Don't stay fixated on some circumstance and let it defeat you and break you down. Get up and do what you can. Be great at something. Let one of your body parts be great. Let your mind be great. Let some kind of fitness, whatever it is in your life can do it. Make money. Make a stand. Make your mark on this world. Make an impact. Change somebody's life for the better. Change your life for the better. Don't stay sitting on the couch. Don't stay in the mully grubs. Get up and live, man. Do something with your life. And no, there's lots of other people got a ton of stuff wrong with them, and they keep going, keep getting motivated. Don't stay down. Get up, brother. Get up.